Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. D'Angelo's reality investigates not just his care and effect on music, yet additionally the battles of his own life, which drew so a total image of the man whose voice spellbound great many individuals. Every one of the subtleties you want are squarely in this video. We should make a plunge now in the domain of American music. Few specialists have charmed crowds and left a permanent imprint on the business. Very like D'Angelo, otherwise called Michael Eugene Bowman, with a total assets of $1 million. This gifted artist and maker has fashioned a way of inventiveness and achievement that has accumulated far and wide recognition. D'Angelo's process started at an amazingly youthful age, as he found his energy for music when he previously laid his hands on a piano at the youthful age of 3. Little did the world have any idea that this early experience with the ivory keys would make way for a momentous vocation that would reshape the scene of contemporary R&B in the mid-1990s. D'Angelo's monstrous ability got the knowing ears of chiefs at EMI Records. Perceiving his interesting mix of soul-funk and gospel impacts, they burned through no time in marking him to their renowned mark. Accordingly, in 1995, D'Angelo delivered his performance debut collection, Earthy Colored Sugar, a noteworthy work that would everlastingly adjust the direction of his life and melodic heritage with the arrival of Earthy Colored Ed Sugar. Released a tidal wave of recognition and love from the two pundits. Furthermore, fans the same. The collection took off to platinum status, meaning its colossal notoriety and far-reaching advance. One track specifically stood apart as a sparkling pearl in D'Angelo's melodic collection. Woman, this main 10 hit became a song of devotion for heartfelt sentimental people and displayed his uncommon vocal reach. Furthermore, melodious artfulness, notwithstanding the resonating outcome of his introduction. D'Angelo decided to take a rest from the spotlight, deciding on a time of reflection and creative investigation. The fact that he graced the world solely after 2000 with his exceptionally expected follow-up collection Voodoo, this masterpiece would end up being a game-changer, hardening D'Angelo's status as a melodic virtuoso and catapulting him to significantly more noteworthy levels. Voodoo was a remarkable, imaginative accomplishment that resounded with crowds on a significant level. Its combination of soul-funk and jazz components made a sound that was both immortal and progressive. The collection's discharge was met with reverberating acclaim. Furthermore, its effect resonated all through the music business. Furthermore, the business outcome of Voodoo was obvious. The collection acquired D'Angelo's 2 renowned Grammy grants, cementing his place among music's tip-top. D'Angelo, brought into the world on February 11, 1974, in the lively city of Richmond, Virginia. His childhood was well established in the Pentecostal confidence, with his dad filling in as a committed Pentecostal teacher experiencing childhood in a family loaded up with strict dedication and profound enthusiasm. D'Angelo's initial years were formed by the rich embroidery of his confidence and the force of music from the fact that D'Angelo, starting it understood, had a wonderful melodic ability that would separate him. Even as a youthful kid, he showed a characteristic inclination for the piano. Dabbling with the keys at the youthful time of this early experience with music would end up being a developmental encounter, lighting an energy that would direct his imaginative excursion into the indefinite future. As D'Angelo progressed into his young years, his melodic yearnings proceeded to bloom. He shaped a band called Michael Bowman, in exact displaying his abilities and stage presence to dazzled crowds all through Richmond. The band's ability and devotion drove them to partake in the esteemed Novice Night Contest at the famous Apollo Theater in New York City in 1999, an opportunity that would act as a venturing stone for D'Angelo's thriving vocation. Not satisfied with basically performing, D'Angelo additionally investigated his gifts as a maker and rapper. He turned into a conspicuous figure in the gathering Smart Destructive Yet Extraordinary, or IDU, where his complex capacities shone through. This early introduction to the world of creation and rap illustrated D'Angelo's flexibility and his resolute obligation to sharpening his create at 18 years old. Powered by a voracious want melodic satisfaction, D'Angelo made a significant choice. He abandoned the limits of formal schooling and left on a journey to the lively city of New York City. This intense move was a demonstration of his steadfast assurance and steadfast confidence in his melodic capacities. It was a jump of confidence that would drive him toward the acknowledgement of his fantasies. D'Angelo's advancement second came in 1993 when he marked a recording contract with EMI Music. This significant occasion happened later. He exhibited his amazing abilities to Gary Harris and powerful R leader. It was a gathering that would redirect his vocation. Everlastingly, the main taste of D'Angelo's ability came in 1994 with the arrival of the single. As you will be aware, in a surprising show of his songwriting and creation capacities, he worked together with the all-male R&B supergroup People of Color Joined, which included outstanding specialists, for example, Brian McCann, Usher, R. Kelly. Young Men, Two Men, Gerald Levert, and Raphael Saadiq. The track was highlighted on the soundtrack of the film Jason Verse, and immediately climbed the outlines, coming to number 5 on the Hot R&B Hip Bounce singles and tracks, and number 28 on the announcement Hot 100. In the midst of the energy encompassing, you will realize D'Angelo was additionally industriously dealing with his performance vocation. In July 1995, he delivered his profoundly expected debut collection, Brown Sugar. Although starting deals were unobtrusive, the collection continuously picked up speed and turned into a reverberating achievement. Earthy Colored Sugar made its presentation at number 6 on Announcement's top R&B collections diagram, and in the long run crested at number 4, staying on the graph for a noteworthy 54 weeks. The collection exhibited D'Angelo's crude ability and musicality, highlighting 4 astounding singles, including The Hot Woman. The title track is Earthy Colored Sugar and the irresistible Cruisin'. The Recording Industry Relationship of America perceived the collection's effect by guaranteeing platinum in 1996, certifying D'Angelo's appearance as a power to be dealt with in the music business following the release of Earthy Colored Sugar in a broad 2-year visit. D'Angelo found himself in an imaginative downturn. The requests of the business and the strain to produce new material negatively affected his songwriting process. With an end goal to explore this difficult period, he went to cover forms and revamps of his dearest tunes, teaming up with individual craftsman Erykah Badu. D'Angelo inhaled new life into Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell's exemplary Your Valuable Love. He likewise loaned his remarkable ability to the Shout 2 soundtrack, conveying a charming version of Sovereign's She's Dependably in My Hair. Furthermore, he united with Lauren Slope on her notable Presentation solo collection. The misdirection of Lauren Slope in the flawless 2-part harmony, Nothing Even Matters. These joint efforts permitted D'Angelo to investigate his imaginative reach and, what's more, keep up with his presence in the music circle during a time of individual and imaginative development in the year 2000. After a rest from the spotlight, D'Angelo reappeared and gifted the world with his profoundly expected second collection. Voodoo, the record, promptly gathered acclaim from music pundits, with some hailing it as a showstopper. It made an amazing presentation by guaranteeing the number 1 spot on the esteemed U.S. Bulletin 200 graph, setting D'Angelo's position as a critical power in the music industry the next year. Voodoo got a definitive acknowledgement, winning the Grammy Grant for Best R&B Collection at the 43 RD Grammy Grants. The collection champion track Untitled, How Does It Feel, turned into an enormous achievement and reverberated profoundly with crowds. Its going with a music video highlighting D'Angelo in a weak state further impelled him into the spotlight and acquired 3 assignments at the 200 MTV Video Music Grants regardless of the approval. Furthermore, recently discovered status as a sex image. D'Angelo wrestled with the tensions and assumptions that accompanied the title. Following the broad visit for Voodoo, he withdrew to his old neighborhood of Richmond, looking for comfort away from the public eye. During this period, D'Angelo confronted critical deferrals in delivering new performance material. However, he stayed dynamic in the music scene through coordinated efforts with regarded specialists like J Dilla, Sneak Canine, and Normal. In 2008, he uncovered a gathering disc DVD offering fans an assortment of melodies from his past collections, close by unreleased tracks, and rarities exhibiting his flexibility and creative reach. In 2014, D'Angelo got back with his exceptionally expected third studio collection, Dark Savior. The record got inescapable praise, collecting a surprising score of 95,100 on Metacritic, a demonstration of its imaginative greatness at the 58th Yearly Grammy Grants. Dark Savior acquired D'Angelo two renowned honors, further solidifying his melodic ability and making him anxious to share his most recent work with crowds overall. D'Angelo set out on a visit across Europe, Asia, and North America, charming groups with his profound exhibitions and unquestionable stage presence. Throughout the following couple of years, D'Angelo kept on making remarkable commitments to the music scene. In 2018, he loaned his gifts to the soundtrack of the widely praised computer game Red Dead Reclamation 2, further growing his creative skylines and displaying his capacity to flawlessly combine music with other innovative mediums. D'Angelo's effect reached out past his melodic undertakings in 2012. He took the stage at the Trenza Film Celebration, captivating crowds with a presentation committed to the melodies of Red Dead Reclamation and his creative commitments. Thanks for watching this video.